Good morning everyone. Today we will discuss about water cycle. Water cycle, how it is goes on in nature. Different processes include in the water cycle are evaporation, transpiration, condensation and precipitation. So first of all we will discuss about these processes. The first one is the evaporation. Due to the heat of the sun, the water from the water bodies like the rivers, lakes, seas, oceans, the water from the water bodies or water which is present anywhere, it is evaporated. Evaporated means water changes into water vapor. Water changes into water vapor. So that process is known as evaporation. So due to the process of evaporation, due to the heat of the sun, water changes into water vapor and it will rise upwards towards the atmosphere. And in the same way, transpiration process, side by side, transpiration process is going on from the plants. Plants transpiration means the same process of evaporation when done by the plants from the outer parts of the plant, from the leaves, from the stem, from the fruits, the water converted into water vapor due to the heat of the sun. After these two processes, when the water vapors reaches high into the atmosphere, then due to the cooling effect, the water vapor again converted into water vapors again converted into water droplets. They will convert it into water droplets, and these water droplets combine together to forms the cloud. So due to the process of evaporation, water changes into water vapor, and due to the process of condensation, the water vapor again changes into water droplets and they combine together to forms the clouds. And when this cloud becomes too heavy, then they come down in the form of the rain, in the form of hail and snow on the earth, and that process is known as precipitation. So the water which is you can say reaches up into the atmosphere due to the process of evaporation, converted into water droplets again and come back to the earth again due to the process of precipitation. Now naturally when the water comes back, the rain, the water reaches to the drains, the water reaches to the water bodies, and a sufficient amount of water is also seeps down under the ground with the help of the soil and increase the water table So due to that process, there is a circulation of water. See, from the water bodies, water evaporate. It will forms the cloud. After the process of precipitation, water comes down in the form of the rain, hail and snow. And after that, it will again mixes into the water bodies. So in this way, a cycle is continuous in nature. So with the help of the water cycle, there is a continuation of water, and you can obtain a pure form of water. Can we use the water which is in seas and ocean? No, we can't use because it is a salty one. But when this water is evaporate with the help of the water cycle, we can use this water because with the help of the water cycle, water can be purified. Good morning everyone. Today we will revise our next chapter, water. Water is a precious natural resource. It is must for our daily activities. So today we will revise the text questions of that chapter. So when we talking about the first one, that is complete the series, or you can say fill in the blanks. So there is a first question for you. Process of changing water into its vapor. So what that process is known as the process of changing water into its vapor. Yes, you are right. That is known as evaporation. Evaporation is a process through which water changes into water vapor due to the heat. Now next one, the process of changing water vapor into its water droplets. Water vapor into its water droplets. So that is just reverse of the evaporation, and this process is known as, yes, you are right, that is your condensation. So condensation means when the water vapor changes into water droplets, and that's why you are able to see dew drops, water drops in the cold winter morning. So these are the processes which are reversed to each other, evaporation as well as condensation. Now the next one is for you, no rainfall for a year. No rainfall for a year or more than 1 year, it can causes drought. Yes, if there is a no rainfall for a year or for a long time, so there can be drought. So there will be no water and the groundwater level becomes very down. Now next one is for you, excessive rainfall may cause. If there is a lot of rainfall, then it causes flood, water everywhere. So both the situation, either is the drought condition is there or the flood is there, it is not good for our property, for human beings, for life, for animals and for everything. So we should not try to disturb, we should not disturb our ecosystem. Now there's a next question for you. In that you have to tell, there are some examples are given and you have to tell ki these are the process of, these are due to the process of evaporation or condensation. So the first one for you, water droplets on a glass. So there is a glass and you are able to see water droplets on it. So these water droplets on a glass, these water droplets are due to which process? Evaporation or condensation? Yes, you are right. That is the process of condensation. Water droplets on a glass, or if the glass is filled with the cold water, you are able to see water droplets on its outer surface due to the process of condensation. Now the next one, steam rising from a wet cloth. If you were just ironing the wet cloth, the steam will rise up. This steam is due to the process of evaporation or condensation. Yes, steam rises means the water vapor, it is change the water, it is which is present in the cloth that changes into water vapor, and that process is known as evaporation. This is due to the process of evaporation. Now the next one, fog in a cold winter morning. Had you seen the fog in a cold winter morning? No doubt, yes. So this fog is due to the which process? Evaporation or condensation? Yes, you are right. This is due to the process of condensation. Means condensation, water vapors present in the atmosphere. Then when the cold winter morning means temperature is low, and due to low temperature, the water vapors present into the atmosphere changes into water droplets. Now the next one, when your blackboard, when you just wipe your blackboard, then it becomes dry after some time. So why it is so? So blackboards becomes dry after wiping with a you can say a piece of cloth. It is due to the process of evaporation. Yes, you are right. That is due to the process of evaporation. Now the next one for you, the steam rising from a hot kettle. There's a hot kettle is there and the steam is coming up. So naturally this is due to the process of evaporation. So thus you can see how we can just find out which is the process, condensation as well as evaporation. So let us revise once again. Process of changing water into its vapor, it is the process of evaporation. And the just reverse of that evaporation is condensation. Condensation means when the water vapor changes into water droplets. Now, no rainfall for a year or more than a year, that is the drought conditions. And the excessive rainfall, that condition is known as flood. Now, water droplets on a glass, or these water droplets on a glass, and the fog in a cold winter morning, that are due to the process of condensation, and the steam rising from the wet cloth or you can say your blackboard dries up after whitening, and after that there is a steam from a hot kettle. These are due to the process of evaporation. Now we will discuss about next text questions of chapter number 14, water. So there is a next question for you, that is true or false. We have to find out either these statements are right or wrong. So let us find. So first is for you, water vapors present in air only during the monsoon season. So what do you think? It is a right statement? No, it is a false statement, because the water vapor present in air whole the year, maybe the amount may be more or less. Next one, water evaporates only from the water bodies, from the seas, from the ocean, not from the soil. So what do you think? That is a right statement? No, this is a wrong statement, because water evaporates from every bodies. It is from the soil, from the water bodies. So this is a false statement. Now the next one is for you. When the water changes into a water vapor, when the process of changing water into its vapor, it is known as evaporation. So I think that is right. Yes, this is the right one. The process of changing water into its vapor due to the heat is known as evaporation. Now the next one, evaporation takes place only in the sun. So what do you think? That is the right one. Evaporation takes place only in the sun? No, it is a continuous process. Yes, when the sun is there on a sunny day, the rate of evaporation is higher one. Now the next one and the last one statement of that, water vapor present in the air. The water vapor present in the air condenses and form water droplets when there is a cooler area. So what do you think? That is right one? Yes, this is a right statement. So we can see water vapor present in air only during the monsoon. False. Water evaporates only from the water bodies, not from the soil. False statement. Water changes into its vapor form. That is the true statement. That process is known as evaporation. Evaporation takes place only during the sun, only during a sunny day, only in the presence of sun. This is a false statement. And water vapor condenses to form water droplets. That is a true statement. Now there is a next problem for you. You want to dry school uniform quickly. You want to dry your school uniform quickly. If you will spread your school uniform, near the heater or near the angeethi, so what do you think? Your school uniform will dry quickly? The answer is yes. Your school uniform will dry quickly, because spreading it near heater or angeethi means more heat. More heat means more evaporation. More evaporation means water changes into water vapor, and when the water just move away into the atmosphere in the form of water vapor, your uniform will dry. So if you are in hurry, you want that your school uniform will dry quickly, so you can spread it near the heater or angeethi, or we can iron it. Now the next one for you, just take a cold water bottle from the refrigerator, place it on a table. After some time, you will see the puddles of water, drops of water outside the surface of the glass or outside the surface of the bottle. Can you tell me why? Yes, this water droplets you are able to see due to the process of condensation. See, the water vapor present in the atmosphere. So the water vapor are present around the water bottle. So when these water vapors comes in contact with the outer cool surface of the bottle, because bottle we had taken from the refrigerator, so it is the cooler one. So when this water vapor comes in contact with outer cool surface of the bottle, they will convert it into water droplets, and these water droplets we are able to see. So it is due to the process of condensation.